It's because in these cases the originals were janky 32-bit PS1 games, and their gameplay narrative and overall intention were held back by the technical limitations of the day. It's because in these cases the originals were janky 32.
I'm so fucking tired, man. Seriously, probably everyone listening to this is already tired too, or seeing the same fucking nonsense. I was roasting the hell out of the Silent Hill remakes and sequels. Well, Silent Hill 2 remake and the Silent Hill F, which was a DI dumpster fire that was heavily unoptimized. Well, because obviously they were made in Unreal Engine 5. Technical limitations, motherfucker. Those technical limitations is what we used to see in the past that pushed those developers to the edge of being creatively, and even when they had good ideas, yeah, they were pushing it. So okay, I want to make this game, but yeah, we have this technical limitation, so we have to go with this art style because yes, even the PS1 era, the Nintendo 64 era, the SNES era, the NES era, the Sega era, the Genesis, Dreamcast even, and yeah, until the sixth generation like the PS2, the original Xbox, the GameCube, those those consoles with their technical limitations had those talented developers. It had talent. It had absolutely talent. So yes, the pinnacle of horror games came for the PS2 era because the technical limitations pushing them to be creatively in how to actually deliver an experience. Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 1 even were the most biggest examples of a game that was absolutely massive. Yes, if you played the original Silent Hill 1 and the original Silent Hill 2, the content of those games were absolutely massive. No joke. And because the technical limitations into rendering the places where you were moving your character, the hallways, the rooms, buildings, the designs, pushing the most unique coding, if even if consistent word I'm using here, you use it the best code practices and creativity around that time to make it possible to deliver those experiences while you also had an artistic talent backing everything up. Also, remember, even if we go push way like the PS3, PSP era, I like to mention the PSP because also along that console with the 3DS, those portables one, were pushing a lot of interesting games with the art styles to make it up for the technical limitations. And of course, yeah, 3DS sold it way better. But even I remember this game from the PSP era that only released in Japan and is Final Fantasy Type Zero because the art designer for the characters it was a woman and she wanted to put detailed pantsu with the technical limitations. She was said no and she refused to accept that and she gave the pantsu. So yes, every single time we hear one of these fucking Unreal Engine 5 slopper defenders from Reddit saying, "Oh, but yeah, but those games were held back." No, at this point, I have to think it's bullshit. Even among PC, it also had technical limitations. No look. The hardware is getting better, or at least we have seen that the hardware got better, but the software got worse. Why we got worse the software? Simply, the talent left. The skilled people left. They were either just got tired or chased away by the same fucking ideology we have seen that is playing a lot of video games. And also the ideology of Unreal Engine 5, because like you were saying, Unreal Engine 5, you can make the argument that yes, it's a good engine if you know what you're doing, but we know full well that Unreal Engine 5 is being primarily promoted for crappy developers that they don't know how to code, or have talent or skilled, or even the brightest of the ideas to push on. It's just to generate slop faster. That's what it is. And we have seen how even Unreal Engine 5 is just making this fucking slop burn with this NASA hardware. Silent Hill remakes and sequels from Unreal Engine 5. Borderlands 4. I think also Alan Wake 2 was one of the same fucking shit show, man, and that's a linear game. We mentioned at least two examples that they were linear games. And I remember how all of the explanations of the original Silent Hill 1, or especially Silent Hill 2, how it needed to render the fog serving as a way to render the character in a very smart way, while also delivering the horror aspect. That's why the PS2 was the pinnacle of horror video games, along with the PS1. The art styles that carried them on, the way how they built the design around those technical limitations. We are not seeing any of that on Unreal Engine 5 with all of these sloppy developers. Things have gone so much fucking worse that yeah, every single one of these fucking games using this engine look the exact same. So yes, fuck all of these drooling readers saying janky 32-bit PS1 games that are held by technical limitations. Fuck off, man. Also, we have seen art style games that run like shit because shitty optimization, and yes, always seeing this always attached to it. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and please take care.